This is my Windows Server 2022. It's also a domain controller, and as such, it has multiple processes running to allow it to function properly. Many of these processes are listening to specific ports. If you want to know more about ports, I have a video about port basics. Check it out here. Did you know that you could easily find which process is listening on which port? Let me show you multiple methods to identify these processes.
Please subscribe.
Pressing the Windows key +R and then typing cmd will open the command line interface. The Netstat command has the information you need. You just need to use it with the right command line arguments. For example, if I use the / argument, all the available options are displayed. The most useful arguments for this specific case are the A argument to be able to see all the active connections, the N argument to display IP addresses and port numbers rather than their names, the O argument to display the process ID associated with each connection, and the B argument to display the name of the process running on that specific connection. Let's run the first command and you'll see what I mean. I'll just run it with the N, O, and A arguments. By the way, you don't have to type -N, -O, and -A. You can just type -NOA. From the results here, you can see that my server is listening on port 53. So what can I do to find which process is listening on this port? One way would be to open the Task Manager, move to the Details tab, sort by process ID, and then look for the process ID from the Netstat results. And here you can clearly see that the DNS process is the one listening on this port. Of course, some of you might have already guessed it, because port 53 is the standard DNS port. But in other cases, the port would have been different and it would have been more challenging to guess the process behind it. Another method to get the same result is running the same command and adding the B argument. This displays the name of the process under each connection. I can then go through the results and find the one I need. And yet another method would be to use the same command and filter it slightly, like this, to display only the listening connections. This shows a shorter list and makes it easier for me to find the specific connection. I then proceed with finding the process ID in the Task Manager as I previously did. And the last method I want to show you is using Netstat with a small twist. I'm using the greater than sign to dump the Netstat results into a text file. Then, while opening this text file, the results are displayed there in the same format as in the CMD. I then use the find command to locate the specific port. When using this method, I save the results in multiple files and compare between them to see the differences. I could easily see that a specific process wasn't running before, but is running now. Let me know in the comments below which method works best for you. And if you have another method, feel free to share it with the class. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now go and test it on your server. And as always, remember to watch this great video next.